everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call it.
Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. It's Nick Mullins.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd and 9. Jackson flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Coleman now. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Well, look at the numbers for Coleman at last week's game. 8 carries, 55 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. 3rd and goal, Jackson eluded, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the delay, it's Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. run to adjust and account for that.
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Back to Mixon on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they got the second straight. They've got to take advantage.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And an alley to run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Play action. It's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got his man, it's Eifert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Defensively, here are the starters for Baltimore. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson buying time to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Brown. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 11. Wide open receiver complete. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
But when you hit, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Coleman, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Jackson now, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson rolling to his left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 7, Jackson, Darquez Denard there defensively. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at
it. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. The Bengals going to use this control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. He's got his man. This is Tate. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that,
and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Coleman, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Jackson down on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Tate. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Joe Mixon, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll drop to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st down, Mixon, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now Anderson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football.
Right there. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And an alley to run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson throwing again. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
It's Coleman here, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Bengals have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. And Tate's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 37.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
A draw play for Mixon. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the catch good, it's Eifert. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
This one taken from the 7th. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down.
Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end.
On third down, Jackson on the screen. This is Coleman. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati.